It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Running a business is like training for a fitness competition. It requires strength, dedication, and the right tools. And many CEOs, they really find themselves struggling when it comes to being in a competitive environment, distinguishing their company, and having a unique sales strategy. And you think about it, the business landscape is much like a gym. It's competitive, and without the right strategy, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, I should say, with everything that you have going on. Now, here's where DMV Iron Gym comes in. DMV Iron Gym, with its owner, Leo Torres Williams, opens up a gym right in DMV. Now, DMV stands for District, Maryland, and Virginia. And you think about all the gyms that are in the area. And here is a Marine veteran who decides he's going to step into not only the gym area, but do a two-part series. One, which is going to be body lifting, which is its own unique piece, and have more of a family type of gym with regular equipment. Now, I may be a little biased because I belong to this gym, by the way, but I've seen this sales strategy that was implemented in the midst of challenges. There are other gyms that have much cheaper pricing. Does that sound familiar to you as a CEO? There's other gyms that have trainers. So DMV has trainers that can train you as well. But just like CEOs, other of your competitors, they already have folks that do exactly what you do. So how do you stand out? How do you do it other than customer service? Now, one of the things that DMV Gym has done is made it unique and different is its focus on the equipment. And it said, look, we have the best equipment to help you get the results that you need faster with less effort. And this is very important because for folks like myself that says, well, I tell you what, I don't know, equipment is not just equipment. And with that unique sales strategy, he's able to offer pricing that's not the highest, but it's not the cheapest by any stretch of imagination. It's not even competitive, but it's a good price point. What's the message that you can have now that you watched DMV grow over the last 7 years? They've opened up 3 other locations, which is a huge feat. And they've taken over the whole business district that DMV started as. They start with a little small building. Now they own, I think, all 8 buildings right there. They built all 8 buildings out. And now he has a 2-part gym going for competitive bodybuilders and for everyday people like yours truly, Shay Brown. So what's the big takeaway that you could have? Much like the gym's commitment to strength training and expert coaching, you as a CEO need to find the right sales strategy, the sales systems, and the sales structure and funnel in order to generate revenue into the business, no matter how competitive the environment is, so that you stand out and you serve those that have a problem. Here's what we know for sure. People will pay you today if you help them solve a problem today. So as a CEO, you must focus on that. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. Thanks so much for being here. I'll be your host on today's episode of the CEO Sales Huddle. Every morning we start off with our personal mantra. And I love to start with a personal mantra because as a CEO, there's some things that we believe in, right? There's some things that we have to do. And number one is if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. I want you to repeat after me, no matter how silly this sounds. And I know we say this every single morning, but it's so true. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. I'm only asking 15 minutes during this segment right here. Why is that, Shay? Because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, I know it's so obvious, but just tune in as we do our mantra. Without sales, there's always more money going out than there is coming in. So selling is really serious business at the end of the day. Now, after we do our mantra, we go right into our pledge. And as a CEO, every morning, we should always have a pledge. And hopefully you have your own pledge, but I want you to tune in with this one right here. And here it is. I must learn, earn, and return. Put that down in your notes. Learn, earn, and return. And we do this every single morning because it brings us back to being consistent, by the way. And consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do most people struggle with? They struggle with consistency. So here's what I want you to know as a framework. I have to learn something new. Repeat after me, please. Repeat after me. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from existing clients, in order to get new and old clients to return. I must learn, earn, and return. So what are our objectives? Why do we get together? What's the big aha? What's the big, okay, Shay, why am I here? What can I walk away with? What's most important to me? Go ahead and put this down. We have 3 objectives. Number 1 is we show up every single day for sales progress. Now, I didn't say you're going to jump in today. Some of you could have a spike in revenue, but we're going to build sales momentum. We're going to build the sales habits, and that's going to get us the sales progress that we're looking for. Number 2 is address any roadblocks. We know that there's going to be some roadblocks out there, okay? Just like DMV Iron Gym. They had roadblocks. There's Planet, I won't mention the other ones, but there's other gyms all around Washington, D.C. area, okay? I mean, you could throw a rock and find a gym. Yet, they're standing out. Yet, they're getting Shay Brown's money and have been for the last 4 years. And yet, they're growing and thriving in a market that everyone said was too competitive. As a CEO, you can do the exact same thing. Number three is about understanding the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must understand and know in order to grow and be profitable. Now, I spend time doing it every single morning. I'm going to do it here. Number 1, sales planning. A 1-page sales plan. If you want sales growth, have a plan. Number 2, and if you don't have one, you can go over to ceosalesplan.com, download it, and then we will help you set that up. Okay, that's cool. Number 2 is sales cycles. What cycle do you go through from your customer journey, from the time that you connect with them to the time that you communicate through your community until you are able to convert? And isn't that what it's about? Connect, communicate, and convert. All right. And then last is a sales team. Now, it's always got to have a sales team, right? So you got sales planning, you got sales cycles, you have sales messaging, which you're saying, or sales positioning is what we call it. Sales indicators, the CEO dashboard that we'll go through now. And number 5, a sales team. You accomplish those 5 objectives, and you at least understand those, then you will see your business continue to increase. All right. For those folks that are joining for the first time, welcome. But for those folks that are here every morning, I like to connect with you. Like, you can see me, but I can't see you. So I always ask, look right below in the comments and just put hashtag I'm here. Now you might say, Shay, why do I do that? Well, it's a check-in to other individuals that you're here. I get to see you're here. I love to respond. So put hashtag I'm here. If you're watching the replay, congratulations. Maybe you couldn't make it at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time where we start every single morning. Yes, I'm here. So maybe for you, it's better to be on the other side, and maybe you have to watch it another time, but you're here. Put hashtag replay. If all the new folks or folks that are watching are like, oh, wow, Shay, I can't do that. I'm watching somewhere else right now, and I can't get there. It's okay. If you're on the streaming platform, go over to @IamChayBrown. Drop me a DM. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're watching. Let me know what we can do to add more value to where you are right now, and I love it. For others that want to know, hey, Shay, what's the outcome? Why do you get together? What's going on? I'm glad that you asked, and we're going to answer that question for you. CEO Sales Huddle, well, it's a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So you're going to be successful without us. I'm confident. But working together in the CEO Sales Huddle with other CEOs that are in the community just like you, you're going to get there faster with less effort. Why do we get together? As a CEO, you're a CEO. This is how you show up every morning. It's for sales growth, which is your number 1 responsibility as a CEO. It's about sales growth. That's your number 1 response. There's nothing higher than you making sure the business is profitable. I don't know what else you have to do if you're not focusing on sales. Number 2, accountability. And number 3, consistency. Now, consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do most people struggle with most? They struggle with consistency. And so we get together for 15 minutes every single day. There are 1,440 minutes in every day. We only ask for 15 minutes. 15 minutes is 1% of your day that you get to come together for this one objective. And it's our number 1 outcome. And our number 1 outcome as a CEO is $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. That's why we get together. And I love taking the first few minutes with the 9-minute and 40-second mark, but I love doing that because I like us to know why we come together. Why are we here? Now we're going to go at the 9-minute and 49-second mark into the CEO Sales Dashboard. Now, this is the number 1 tool the CEOs use to get to $100,000. And when I'm thinking about it, any conversation you have, maybe you buy into this philosophy. This is my belief. It's what I believe. It's one of our 12 rules for life. We got 12, but one of them is what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. Let me say that again. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. So that's why we implemented the CEO Sales Dashboard. Why don't you take a look at it here? Go ahead and open it up right now. We're at the 10-minute and 29-second mark. We're doing well this morning. We're doing well. And we're going to look at 5 indicators: leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. So there's 5 indicators. Now you open up your sheet right now. And if you don't have it, I want you to open it up right now. I'm opening it up right now. Now, if you haven't downloaded it yet, you're like, I don't even have it. I'm not even filling it out. I'm flying blind every day. I'm not even measuring it. Then I want you to go over to ceosalesdashboard.com. I want you to download the CEO Sales Dashboard, and I want you to fill it in every single day. How many leads came in? How many leads were qualified? How many appointments you set? This is the most important activity that your assistant can do, that your business operations can do. I don't care if you hire someone to do it by itself. Look, if you get together with me every morning at 8 a.m., I promise to you, you get this completed, you will see your sales grow. It's impossible for it not. Okay, it's just really impossible. And so I always go into one category when we have time, and today I'm going to go deep in disappointments. Yesterday we talked about leads. Today we talk about appointments. Now, go download. Go to ceosaleshuddle.com. I want you to hear me. You're a CEO, okay? You've got a lot of things to look at. But here's what I do know. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Selling is serious business. Selling is the oxygen for every great business in history. And you love to serve. I know that. But you also can build the business and be highly profitable. Now, I don't have to tell everyone that. I get that. But some of you out there listening like, yeah, sure, I haven't done this. I don't even know how many leads came in yesterday. I don't know how many qualified leads are there. It's not about knowing your numbers. That's the old way. It's about what gets measured, gets managed. What gets managed gets better. That's a sales. That's a principle. It's a philosophy. It's what we stand on. For some of you might call it your sales habit. And again, I'm going to get off this kick because they say I'm on a rant. But look, if you don't do anything else, do this now. I'm serious. Do this now. Okay. What are you doing? Okay. We're switching up now. I'm going to now go into one area, which I'm going to go into appointments. We have several categories on here, which you can see. You can change it up on the spreadsheet. Go to today's date and put in how many appointments were set yesterday. Like, pull your calendar up. Now, some of you are supervisors. Some of you are managers. Some of you have a team, and some of you is yourself and a business development person. That's cool. How many appointments were set? Now, why am I focused on appointments in this category today? And I only got so much time. And here's this. Nothing happens without an appointment. As a CEO, you have one freaking responsibility. We all do as CEOs. And that is to attract people who have a problem, grow the revenue. So you got to have revenue in the business. So it's for sales growth. It's about growing the business. So you've got to set appointments to talk to people. And then secondly, how many appointments were run? Now, maybe you set an appointment, and you'll see down here we have other categories. Maybe it was a one-to-one appointment. You weren't selling, but you were having a collaboration. Someone sent me a note today and said they wanted to talk about something that we're doing. I'm cool with that. We'll block off 15, 20 minutes to have that conversation. So that's one-to-one, okay? That's cool. Not selling, but it's still an appointment. Number 2, some of you do one-to-many. Right now, and I'm speaking, and one-to-many is out there, and that's a good use of your time or your team's time. Some of you are doing webinars. Some of you are doing Zoom calls. Some of you have what's called a video sales letter, and you have a video someone gets to watch, and that's still an appointment, okay? But I also want you to look at another one I put down here. I put down 2. Now, you can on the CEO dashboard, can I show it to them again? Yeah. On the CEO dashboard, you can go customize these categories over here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. And you can change it up. I'm just giving you a format, a starting point, and a template so you have it, okay? But there are 2 that I think are important. And then we're at the, where are we at? Jeez, I'm on a rant. 14-minute and 31-second mark. Let me get this going. One is collaboration. One of my 12 rules for life is that collaboration crushes competition. Collaboration crushes competition. And you're a good person. You don't want to do this alone. You already understand that success is a team sport. So I'm going to ask you to make sure that you have appointments to just collaborate. How can you work together? Who can you partner with? And then the last one is referrals. Maybe you set appointments to give referrals, and maybe some of you are setting appointments so you can receive referrals. Either way, referrals are still a very important part of our business, and I'm sure it's a part of yours. So now we're going to go into the segments at the 15-minute and 13-second mark. I've got to move on, which is celebrate wins. Celebrate wins, we like to ask ourselves 3 questions. Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus, and in this life, you get what you focus on. So let's look at the 3 questions so we can acknowledge the good things that are happening. Number 1, what are you most proud of? Look at yesterday for the sales organization. I'm not talking about what you did in your personal life. I'm not talking about how you feel today. Your sales organization, what are you most proud of yesterday? Number 2, what was the biggest accomplishment for your sales organization yesterday? Number 3, what's the one thing you want to brag about from your sales organization yesterday? Without sales, there's always more money going out than there is coming in. Selling is always and will be serious business. But you're doing good. And I like to acknowledge what's worked, but I also like to step back and say, you know what? There's some challenges out there. And so powerful people ask powerful questions. Now we're going to look at what hurdles do we have to overcome. So what was your biggest roadblock yesterday for the sales organization? What's preventing you today from moving forward with the sales organization? And then last, what's the one thing you could do that if you did it, it could move the sales organization a step further? How do you eat an elephant and say one bite at a time? I know that's so overused, but isn't that true? Isn't that true? Isn't that why we show up for this CEO Sales Huddle? We all know that we have the potential inside us to perform at a much higher level. And so my message to you today is get started. My message to you today is get started. Now is the time. When is the best time to plant a tree? 10 years ago. When's the next best time to plant a tree? As they say, well, now. So it's now the clock time. Make that decision. You got this. You're amazing. You're an awesome CEO. You're showing up already. And I'm not here to do a rah, pat you on the back. But I'm here to say that's why we have these conversations. One CEO to another CEO. What are things that we need to do to drive the business and move it forward from a sales perspective that allows the revenue to come in so we can purchase all the resources that we need to execute those visions that we've been given to do. You do that and you will be successful. Just remember, I believe in you. My name is Shay Brown. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for having me on the CEO Sales Huddle. I'll see you tomorrow at the next CEO Sales Huddle. Make it a great day, everyone. Peace.